What's up everyone, ColdFusion here and welcome to Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening Special Edition. Okay, so we just finished DMC2 and this is the game where it pretty much starts to hit, well, I guess, what's the term I would use? It starts to really find its formula at this point, because stuff that's in DMC3 will pretty much be continued on in DMC4 and 5 as well. So, yeah. That's how that works anyway. So, DMC3 is actually a prequel to DMC2. I'm coming right off of playing DMC2 as well, so I'm probably just gonna do, like, the first few missions or something, do, like, one part of this, and then I'll pick it up at some other point. But yeah, this is a prequel to DMC 1 and 2 as well, technically speaking, but the point is it's set before 1 and 2, and it is set during Dante's younger years. The story of this game's pretty good, I'd say, for a hack and slash. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but it's pretty damn solid. Anyway, I suppose I'll talk more about things as we go in. I've already been in my options and set everything I need to. So let's move right on in. New game. Okay, so when you start the game, you only have the option to play as Dante when you play through it first. But you can also play as Virgil as well. So, pretty damn cool. But obviously we're going to play Dante, mostly because Virgil's is pretty much just Dante's playthrough, but with some very slight alterations in between. It's pretty cool playing as Virgil, but honestly, Dante's pretty much the only one I'm going to be playing, I reckon. I think I'll turn the tutorial on just so I can, you know, remember how to play the game, and also just so I can read all the stuff out. You don't have the option to play easy at the start, but you get the option to play easy after you've died a certain amount of times. So, yeah. I think it's maybe like 3 deaths, perhaps. Just like DMC1, I think that's how it works anyway. But obviously we're going to play it on normal. Now, okay. So I brought this up in DMC2. Gold and yellow. These are referencing the orbs you can pick up. Do you want the gold orb system or the yellow orb system? Now, the gold orb system means that when you die, and you can use the gold orb to revive yourself in the middle of the fight with full health and devil trigger. While the boss, for example, if you use it during a boss, it will the boss will be at the same health as when you died, basically. It's literally just a revive. But the yellow orbs is like the checkpoint system. If you die, and you don't have any yellow orbs, I think you'll start the mission again. So it's like DMC1, and this is like DMC2. Now, I will continue some before, but I said I don't really like the yellow orb system, and I don't like starting missions over. And it's especially prevalent in this game, because I would probably argue, after replaying DMC1, I'd probably argue that this might be the hardest game in the series. It's very punishing, but it's also quite rewarding in that respect. Anyway, I will be picking the gold orb system, so that's what we're going to do. Because that means that if I die and I decide not to use the gold orb, which I don't, it's very unlikely that I'm going to use a gold orb, because I just often choose not to. But if I don't use it, I could still try the boss again, for example. Like, just right off the bat. Because the checkpoints are just set throughout the level. Alright, let's get to it. So I have the choice of doing whatever I want here. And I have some costumes as well that I could select. But I'm not going to look at those. So yeah, we'll just I said I was going to play on normal, but apparently it's giving me the option again. We'll do it on normal, yeah. I definitely don't want to do it on hard. Jesus Christ. Starting a new game on hard it's hard enough on normal. I'm not kidding. Normal doesn't fuck around. The only time you're going to have a relaxing time in this game is if you're playing on easy. Because normal is quite punishing. Anyway, I think the first thing I want to point out is Dante's character is definitely not stoic like he is in DMC2, but he's also not, like, balanced between comedic and serious like he is in DMC1. He's kind of just... He's younger in this game, he's a lot more goofy. And I think that fits perfectly, honestly, but we'll get to it. Right. I'm just gonna shut up here.
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting. But in the end, only one was left standing.
That's one hell of an intro. So I guess, I mean the cutscenes of this game are kind of low quality. Visually, that is.
Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls. You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
As I said, this game's pretty over the top. Almost very anime style. So, you know. Oh, no, not the pizza. I love their fucking faces.
crazy. Let's rock.
Let's rock indeed. And of course the jukebox doesn't work, so punching it will obviously make it work. Woohoo! Oh, not this part. Yeah, sure, dude. Love it.
Don't bet on it.
And there we go. Mission 1. A crazy party. Violent response to an insane caller. So, there's not much on the customized screen really, but I suppose I might as well select it off the bat. I think the game didn't mention styles, and on a first playthrough I think it should. Unless I misread it at some point. But there are 4 styles in the game, it might explain it later. But I don't know if it will. If it doesn't, I'll just explain it here. So there are 4 styles that you can choose from either before you start a mission or from a divinity statue. And these 4 styles are activated with the B button, like using an Xbox controller. And these styles basically manipulate the way you can fight enemies in battles. So I'll explain them. Trickster allows player to avoid enemy attacks using special evasive movements. Swordmaster, player can master different melee weapons and maximize each weapon's power. Gunslinger, player can master different guns and maximize each gun's technique. Royal Guard, minimizing the damage of an enemy attack, this move allows the player to maneuver into a more strategic position. Pretty cool. I typically utilize Swordmaster in this game, because I don't know why, I just find it the best one. Just my view anyway. But you have to keep in mind, you can only have one style equipped at a time, and the reason I bring this up is because this will get changed in later games, but I'll explain that when we get to it, of course. But yeah, you can only use one style. So, well, you know, until you go to... You can only have one equipped at a time, should I say. So choose wisely, I guess. And I guess I'll go back in. As you can see, they're all at level 1, it says. And there's an XP meter at the side, which basically, when you fill up that XP meter by killing enemies, it will obviously level it up and give you more abilities from that style, which conform to the different weapons you get. Which means I'm basically gonna need to grind at some point. I might have to grind off camera to max out Swordmaster, for example. By basically just going into rooms and just respawning the enemies and keep killing them over and over. But I'll sort that out at some point. Trickster, let's... Well, I didn't want to select it, I wanted to look at the abilities. Wall hike, when near a wall, hold the left stick toward the wall plus B. That basically runs on the wall. It's from DMC2, they carried it over. Dash, hold the left stick in any direction plus B. It's basically a Bloodborne dodge. It's very useful. I'm going to select Swordmaster. Again. We just looked at this. Aerial Rave, press B in midair. This basically is your aerial combos, and honestly this is the reason why Swordmaster is so good. It's mostly because of Aerial Rave. Prop Shredder, press B while on the ground, and that's basically... it does a decent amount of damage, but it's mostly like to launch enemies up and stuff. Gunslinger. Rapid Shot, repeatedly press X. Charge shot, hold X for a short amount of time, then release. And then twosome time, press the left stick in any direction plus B. That allows you to shoot more than one target at once. Again, it was in DMC2. I did briefly mention it in that game. And Royal Guard. Block and charge, press B while on the ground. That basically means that you are parrying an enemy attack and charging up the Royal Guard meter. And then release by holding RB, pressing B plus forward on the left stick. Once you have charged up energy from the parries, you release it in a pretty devastating attack. And once you upgrade this even further, you will unlock stuff such as Royal Release, which will be a, as far as I'm aware in this game anyway, which you basically do a release when the enemy attacks you just as an enemy hit is about to land on you. And if you have a full Royal Guard meter and do a Royal Release, which is a perfectly timed release, it will do an insane amount of damage. It's almost like a perfect counter-attack. So Royal Guard's pretty cool, but it is very difficult to execute, especially in this game. But yeah, we'll stick to Swordmaster. I rambled on a bit. I have nothing to get here, so yeah, we're just going to move on now. We'll finally start. Here we go. So there's your controls. I'm not going to read them out. Right, there we go. Right, here we go. I have to say the frame rate is already way better than DMC2. Red Orb. A magic red stone of crystallized demon blood. Offer it to the gods to earn new power. Okay, so there's an actual emphasis on combos in this game. Melee attack. In your face stylish action. Attacks differ depending on the timing of each attack input command. Y will just be your standard combo. Y, slight pause, and then Y and Y will do a different combo. And then pressing Y in midair will do a Helm Breaker. So again, this game does have a much bigger emphasis on combos than the previous two games did. Gun attack. Make the enemy eat lead. Fire your guns with X. Repeatedly press X to rapidly fire at the enemy with ebony and ivory. And press X while jumping to fire from midair. Right. So the guns are basically way weaker in this game, and I'll explain it later on when we get to a certain boss fight, but they really de-emphasize the guns in this game. They were really strong in DMC2, they were quite strong in DMC1, but they're not very strong in this game. At least they don't do much damage, and that's mainly because they're kind of there just to keep combos going. It's just to facilitate combos, and it puts more of an emphasis on riskier play by getting up close to enemies and using melee attacks, which puts you at risk of getting hit, but also allows you to raise your stylish combo up. So I definitely prefer that to the gameplay of DMC2. Anyway, lock on. No one's getting away. Hold down right bumper to lock onto the enemy. The current enemy you are locked onto will be displayed with a cursor. You can change the lock on target by clicking the left stick in while locked onto an enemy. I didn't explain this in the previous game in DMC2, but this is a thing, and I think it also works in DMC1 as well, but considering how the lock-on works in DMC1, I felt no reason to bring it up. Tilt the left stick in the direction you want to attack while in lock-on mode to aim at the closest enemy in that direction. Okay. You can also do jump cancelling in this game, if I'm not mistaken. It's a special technique that takes a lot of practice. I tried pulling it off there, but I've not done it, so I'm not actually sure how you pull it off. But it does it's interesting. I just want to bring it up because it showcases how much depth the combat system has in these games, especially in DMC 4 and 5. Trust me, the amount of depth the combat has in DMC 4 and 5 is fucking insane. It's just crazy. A lot of players won't really use it, but trust me, if you learn how to master the combo system, it's mad. Like, there's so many players out there that have YouTube videos where they're just doing insane combos. I think the most popular player is Donguri. He's crazy good. And the shit he pulls off is like, it just blows my mind what you can actually do, like how fast he is. Anyway, Green Orb, a magic green stone of crystallized demon essence. It returns lost life power. I can also taunt again in this game. I think it was removed from DMC 2, but was it was in DMC 1. It's back on the back button, not back on the analog stick. And it has a combo meter at the top corner, which basically tells you when your combo is about to either go up a rank or when it's about to go down. Very useful. Trust me, it's very useful. And it's a great addition to this game. I have to say, like, after playing DMC 2 and jumping to this now, like, the combat feels so good in comparison. No, you dick! Don't stand on the pizza. You motherfucker. You don't do that. What a piece of shit. This is why no one likes demons.
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
Dude, get used to that. I love those little mission finisher things. It's really cool. Where it basically shoots the screen multiple times. It's really awesome. We got an A rank. That's fine. So yeah, the ranking system in this game based off the time that you complete the mission in. Obviously, faster. You know, if you take less time to beat the mission, you'll get a higher rank. The amount of orbs you collect, the stylish points, which actually matters in this game, unlike DMC 2, because you can actually put out combos consistently. The damage you take, obviously if you take no damage you'll get an S, and if you start taking a bit of damage your rank will go down. So no hit runs are pretty viable. And of course items used, if you use no items you get an S, if you do use items their rank will go down. And obviously getting higher ranks is good, because we want to get orbs from it, so it's really good. I suppose I should save as well, but I don't think I need to save, really. I don't think it's as imperative. I mean, I don't need to save after every mission, should I say. Okay, moving on. Mission 2, The Blood Link. Bludgeon the devils like an iron hammer. And we can go to the customized screen now. I might as well say it here though, but this game is definitely going to be much longer than DMC 1 and 2. So yeah. I mean, it's a good thing that it is, because it's a really good game. Change equipment. So we have our weapons and devil arms. Unlike DMC 2, we're actually going to get weapons that aren't just the same sword with the same moveset. They'll actually be different weapons with very diverse movesets, and I love that. It's where this game, it's where the game really succeeds in its diversity of movesets. And the same goes for the guns as well, but not so much as the devil arms. I can definitely purchase items at this point, but I'm not going to do that if I don't need to. I'm going to be honest, this game is quite difficult, so I might be using items at some point, But trust me, I will definitely say that I'm going to try and hold off doing so. Don't be surprised if I lose to a boss fight and I decide to redo it. Just because I enjoy the boss fights and because I'd rather not use an item if I don't need to. I don't know if I'm ever really going to buy gold orbs. I don't have any intention of using them. Blue orbs and purple orbs I will obviously purchase. And I will bring it up now, but Devil Stars and purple orbs are not available to purchase right now. I'll leave you to figure out why. Actions. Okay, so these are basically moves that I can purchase. And I should definitely purchase moves. Air Hike is going to be very useful. I do intend on getting that, but I don't know when I will. Stinger. Obviously useful. Stinger is so good. We're getting that immediately. Stinger level 2 will also be very useful, but we'll deal with that later. However, I don't think I'm going to be getting Drive. I don't find Drive that useful. Honestly, I don't use it that much. And I think it charges up rather slowly. If I press information, I can obviously read about it as well. And so here it tells you how to do it, which is very good. But it will be, once you purchase the ability, it should be in your moveset list anyway. So you'll be able to read it at that point. A lightning quick sword swing that sends a powerful shockwave towards enemies. Yeah, you just hold down Y and then release. It's basically like Round Trip from DMC 1, but it's not Round Trip. And yeah, Air Hike is obviously double jump. Again, that's from DMC 1 as well. At least the ability that you can purchase. And you can also increase the power of the guns by this is like DMC 2, however, where you just pretty much upgrade the damage they do. The other guns you can get will have different modifiers. It's not just increasing the firepower. There might be other stuff. So for the shotgun, for example, it might be increases the amount of bullets that the bullet spread. Perhaps it might increase that. I've talked a lot in this game. There's a lot to talk about.
Damn it! You guys totally wrecked my shop, and I haven't even named it yet. You're gonna pay for that.
Yeah, quite literally you're gonna pay for it. It will cost money to repair it. If only I could put jackets on in real life that cool. So I might as well comment it now. The music in this game is really fucking good. Like, I have been listening to this soundtrack so much recently. It's good. And Dante's battle themes in this game especially is really good as well. Special moves. Now anti-special. Input certain commands to execute powerful special moves. High time. Blast the enemy into the air. I've already done this. Hold RB and press Y while holding the left stick back. So back Y. And it's a launcher. Hold down Y and your character will rise into the air as well. That's what I'm going to do so I can get a aerial rave attack. Like that. So I'll probably be concentrating more than I do usually for the combat in this game because there's a large emphasis on combos. Also, these enemies here, they're really fidgety. They run all the way around. I'm just gonna pick this item up there. Vital Star S, or Vital Star Small. A spiritual stone made using alchemy. This slightly revitalizes lost life power. It's our healing items. There was Vital Stars in the first game, of course, but and the second game as well. I don't know if DMC 2 had small variants though. I'm not sure. These guys will explode. Escape. Deftly evade the enemy's incoming attacks. Side roll. Hold down right bumper, then press A while holding right or left on the left stick, and that will do a combat roll. Jump back. Hold down right bumper, then press A while holding back on the left stick. Again, jumping has iframes in this game. I should probably attack the bomb boy. Ah, I got hit. Unlucky. There we go. Hey, that's the same audio from the scissor bitches from DMC DMC 1. Oof. I got oofed. Can you believe I lost to that boss the first time I played this game? Trust me, like, this game's very punishing, it doesn't fuck around. But when you know how to beat the enemies and stuff, and once you have a grasp on the combo system, it's not that difficult, really.
It's been nearly a year since we last met. Where does the time go? No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
Oh. Whale. Space whale. And that's the mission. Righty-ho. Babbers. There you go. Another A. Hey, good start. Okay then, moving on.
Arkham.
Well, doesn't it excite you? The Timon Negru has revived. The Great One, who once ruled this earth as the medium between the human world and the demon world. Isn't it a magnificent view? The greatest minds of their time, those who revered evil, constructed this glorious edifice. Now, after 2 millenniums of confinement, it can at last fulfill the purpose for which it was intended.
That's none of my concern. Did he have it?
Of course, he's taking good care of it. After all, it is the only memento left from the mother you both lost.
But he has no idea of its true power.
That's really cool, by the way. How this is the boss we just faced, and for most new players, they might actually struggle to beat this boss. Hell, they might even lose to said boss. But Virgil just one-shots it without any effort at all. It's really good that they do that because it tries to reflect the power difference between Dante and Virgil at this point. That's a powerful motorcycle. Might as well bring it up here as well. Look at the fire there. What does that spell out? It's a number 3. The burning corpses, they made a number 3 there. And we are in mission 3. In the cutscenes between, you know, within certain mission, well, within every mission actually, there will be a hidden number somewhere. For said mission. So, you know, mission 12 will have a hidden number 12 somewhere within the mission. But you have to look for it in the cutscene. It could be anywhere. It could be anything. But you just gotta have a little eagle eye out for it. I'm not gonna reference where they are. You know, unless it's like blatantly obvious. But I'm not gonna reference it most of the time. Because I don't really know where they all are. But it's not that important. It's just a minor little, like, extra thing added on just for flavour. Right. How much orbs did we get? Okay. I think I'm going to start off by giving myself a blue orb. Believe me when I say towards the end of the game, I'm going to want a lot of health. And DT. So I definitely do want to purchase these as early as possible, honestly. Okay. That's all we'll get for now. 66 Slum Avenue. Now if I go backwards the way I came, I will actually fight some more enemies and all that, but and that'll be good to farm up my style abilities. But again, I'll do that off camera. I'm not going to force you to watch through fights that I don't need to do. Well, I mean, I do need to do them if I want to upgrade my style, but it's not part of the narrative. Kick jump. Jump sky high. Jump 2 times as high as normal by pushing off of certain surfaces. After jumping while touching a wall, press A again. Kick off of the wall to reach greater heights. Yep. Returning mechanic. Oh my god, I'm getting fucked up. Oh, I want to get away from that. so you'll probably see me taunting quite a bit, for obvious reasons. Ah. I didn't need to get hit there, but it is what it is. The town is devoid of life. Either town people had fled in fear of demons, or... Yeah, you can still interact with stuff in the environment. I don't know if there's any secrets here. I'm trying to think if there are or not. There's the shotgun. Sealed doors. Knock knock. Dante's here. Okay. There are 2 types of sealed doors, red and blue. Wow, brilliant. Genius. Blue seals. Release the door seal by solving a puzzle located in that room, and red seals. Defeat all of the enemies in that room to shatter the door seal. Pretty straightforward. Breakables. Hey, smashing things is just fun. Not really. Not if you have to pay for them. Examine your surroundings. If something is in the way, smash it. Orbs and other items are hidden in some background objects. You shouldn't encourage this sort of behaviour, game. But they're absolutely right, we will smash it up. And funnily enough, this very room and smashing things will actually become relevant later during a certain secret mission. At least I remember there is a secret mission that has this. I'm gonna attack this so I can move on. Yeah. There's a way, I swear there's a variant to this combo. I forget what it is though. There we go, I think that's it anyway. Shotgun! A hunting shotgun that is very powerful at close range. Change firearms. So many guns, so little time. Switch guns with left trigger in real time. I don't have to go through a menu to do it. I mean, I can if I want, but I don't need to. The newly equipped gun is displayed. Right, there you go, like that. Really useful. That was in DMC2 as well. I think I might have brought that up. So that is a good idea from DMC2 that was carried over. Camera. Make Dante look good. Okay, well that's just the camera controls. Don't really need to explain that, do I? That's awesome, man. Woo! Dante's a stripper now. Uh-oh. Enemies. Stylish rank. Here we go. They'll talk about the ranks. Combo it up and make the grade. Don't give your enemy the chance to breathe by relentlessly hitting them with high-speed combos. You won't gain points by merely repeating the same move over and over. So, yeah, so this is the point. You need to be stylish. You need to vary your combos up by basically doing different moves. So do a standard triple Y combo, and then do the Y, pause, and then hit Y twice after that combo. Yeah, so you do that, and that would increase your rank quite a bit. So it's basically, if we play the Arkham games, it's basically the variation bonuses for combos in that. If your combos are varied and just have different moves in them, you're gonna get higher ranks. Taking damage will knock you out of a combo, straightforward. That's a great start. Oh, did I get hit there? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm getting ganged up on. Yeah, that actually does knock them around. God damn, I'm getting fucked up. These big ones have a lot of poise. And they teleport around, which is really annoying. Hopefully I won't get hit that much more. That's okay, I guess. Again, you get hit by enemies from every fucking angle in this game, so don't worry about it, really. Completely forgot you can destroy shit already. So if I hold... So yeah, so if I press B to do this, and then do it again, and hold it on the... So I'm pressing B and then B, but I'm holding it on the second time. Oh no, it's actually the same if I just press it twice as opposed to holding it. Okay, so I'm just hitting that twice then, which is why it does it a bit longer. I've already looked up here, right? Yeah, there was a green orb, I think. 13th Avenue. Oh, that's it. Something here. Yes! Another striking stone. There we go. Plenty of orbs. If I'm not mistaken, yep, there's a thing up here. Right, I might as well explain these. These are... What are they called? They're called like combat adjudicators, I believe. And these are like statues that you have to get a attack. You have to attack these statues, and you have to get a certain combo on them. So you have to vary your style up, of course. But it also depends on what colour flame there is there. Because it will determine what weapon you have to use. Because if it's red, I have to use the sword I'm using Rebellion. But if it has a different colour, you know, use a different weapon for it. If I used Rebellion on one that was coloured yellow, for example, it would my sword would just bounce off it and it would do nothing, and it would give me a message telling me that I have to use a certain weapon imbued with a certain power. Again, I've tried to remain vague so I don't like spoil certain weapons that we're gonna get later. But with this, we don't have any other weapons, so this will be done with Rebellion. There you go. So what was that? Did I get a B combo or an A rank combo? And that will reward me with a blue orb fragment. Very nice. And there's another one right here. A fragment of crystallized life force. 4 of these combine to form 1 blue orb. Yeah, same as it usually is. A statue of the omniscient god of time and space. By offering 8 demon blood, one can attain the power of the ancient magic clans. Divinity statues. Power up using your red orbs. Exchange orbs for items like vital stars. Exchange orbs to learn new melee special moves and power up guns. So, typically you will get a divinity statue before you go. Well, you'll get them in various places, but one such place that you will almost always find one is before a boss fight. And that means that if you know what boss is coming up, you can switch to certain styles that will be fitting for that boss. Swordmaster is very good for the boss I'm going to face. Trust me, it's really good. But you could use whatever style you want, of course. It's up to the player. Right, so we had almost 10k orbs, right? Yeah. Well, it's fine. We'll just save up. There's nothing else to get. Let's go on. Ice Guardian's Chamber. Hello, Cerberus. Three-headed dogger.
Leave now, mortal. The likes of you are forbidden in this land. You who are powerless are not worthy to set foot here.
Wow. I've never seen a talking mud before. You know, in a dog show, you definitely take first place.
You are mere human make a mockery of me?
Easy, Fido. How about I take you out for a walk? Come on, puppy. Let's go.
You will regret this, you worm!
It's showtime.
Let's go. So this is why Swordmaster's good here. Aerial Rave. Perfect for hitting the heads. I want to try and get the ice off the heads to make them vulnerable to attacks. See how I'm doing so much damage to him? Yeah. Right, he's activating ice again. Oof. Don't want to get caught by that. I got caught by it anyway. So he'll swap heads around, which will determine what attack he does. Damn, getting fucked up. Yeah, this boss is quite punishing. It's a pretty tough first boss to start with. I got caught by that? Really, man? Yeah, I might die here. It's fine if I do, though. I can just restart it. Oh. That's the ice breath. Ah, he caught me anyway. See, but this is the great thing. I can just continue from before the boss fight. Couldn't do that in DMC 1 if I didn't have yellow orbs. So best thing I've found is to be aggressive on Cerberus. with, you know, just aerial rave. There you go, that's one head down. Oof. I might die again here. I think I'm just gonna use this. Just here. Probably didn't need to use it, but I definitely want to play it safe here. I almost beat him, so fuck it. You get the idea. There we go. I could have kept trying the boss many times over, but I do want to try and keep it.
Prove your strength. I acknowledge your ability. Take my soul and go forth. You have my blessing.
Thanks, Papa. I don't want to like just keep losing to the boss all the time, you know. But the general rule is if I don't get to the boss below 50% health, then I'll typically just restart. You know, I won't use an item and I'll just restart the fight. Ah yes, and this is where Dante starts flexing on the camera with his new weapon. Pretty cool. Cerberus, a weapon of 3 interlocking rods infused with the elemental power of ice. Switch devil arms. Switch devil arms with right trigger in real time. It's the same as the guns, but now we can actually do it with the weapons. We couldn't do that in DMC2. Cerberus is pretty cool. We have standard attacks. If I hit B, then I have... Pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's a cool weapon. And I didn't make that just because of the pun. I apologise. Sick dodge, bro.
Are you going to the party? What's the hurry? Didn't you get an invitation?
Why? Why would you ride the rocket, Dante? Why not just let it go? What a thrill seeker. Different coloured eyes. How did that work exactly, physics-wise?
This just keeps getting better and better.
There we go. Mission clear. Didn't do as well here, but you know, that's fine, I suppose. I did use that healing item on Cerberus, but you know, he was low health. Come on, you cut me some slack. Again, I'm not, as I said in DMC 1, I'm not a purist who thinks that is above using items, but I will admit that I will try not to use items if I don't need to. But I did want to kind of beat that boss so I could just move on.
Looks like we have an uninvited guest.
Is that so?
A human. A woman.
I'm afraid I should ask the uninvited one to leave. That is what you want. Actually, I happen to be acquainted with that woman. A storm is approaching.
What's wrong with your face? What's wrong with your face? Okay, that is going to be the end of the first part of Devil May Cry 3. I hope you enjoyed, because I certainly did. Actually reminded me how fun the game is to play. Already an improvement over DMC 2, I'm gonna have to say. But yeah, we will do this next time. Probably, I'm not gonna record the other part today. I'll probably do it tomorrow or whenever I get around to it. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time when we'll continue this game. See you then. Peace.